Well, hello everybody and welcome once again to Lightning TV, brought to you of course as always in association with mjdphoto.biz. Now last weekend was another busy weekend for Lightning. There was a double header weekend away up in Telford on Sunday night, but there was a small matter of the Tigers visiting the Sky Dome on Saturday evening. Let's go and check out the action. So, introducing your visitors tonight to the Coventry Sky Dome is Telford Tigers. Number 3, Marcus Maynard. 4 is Dan Davis. 8, Rick Plant. 10 is Timo Kulinen. 12, Danny Rose. 13, Dan Scott. 22 is James Pease. 23, Gareth O'Flaherty. 26 is Jaroslav Krujic. 29, Adam Walker. 30 is Thomas Murdy. 31, Declan Ryan. 40 is Mika Kirivrata. 57 Joe Miller, 61 Adam Taylor, 67 Bryn Roberts, 72 Callum Bowley, 77 Scott McKenzie, 89 Mikhail Pavlou, 91 is Nathan Salem and 96 is Macaulay Hayward. That's Telford Tigers. Introducing your hometown Milton Keynes Lightning, of course, warming up in their Northgate sponsored green jerseys. Number 1 is Jordan Headley, 3 Paul Gore, 8 Blaz Emisic, 9 Grant McPherson, 12 is Yanni Jokela, 14 Jordan Cowney, 18 is Adam Carr, 19 Lee Jameson, 21 Ross Green, 23 Tom Carlon, 55 Michael Farn, 61 is Ross Bowers, 66 is Lewis Christie, 78 Lucas Zadapek, 91 is Nick Paul and 93 is Stephen Wall. And your officials for this evening, your referees are John Liptrot and Andrew Miller, your linesmen Jason Earl and Joe Gilbert. So there you go, not quite the result we wanted, but unsurprising really given Lightning's depleted roster at the moment. Now after the game, I caught up with Lightning's general manager Vito Rauser to speak about the game, and in particular I wanted to get his thoughts on the progression of the refurbishment of the Thunderdome down in Milton Keynes. 6-2 loss against a progressing Telford Tigers side tonight. It all looked quite good at 2-1 to us, and even 2-2.
Yeah, to be honest, we know that they're a good side. Obviously they've signed a few players. I thought for the first 25 minutes or so we were playing some pretty good hockey. But I think at the end of the day, with having 3 D men out, I want to make excuses, take nothing away from them. They are a good team. But I thought the way that we played the second sort of 30-minute period or part of the game was probably not. We can play better than that. And to be fair, we made it a bit too easy for them. Some defensive mistakes, and they had an enormous amount of time on the puck. And if you keep getting chances, eventually you're going to take them, and you're going to score some.
You're always very gracious towards the other team, Vito, and yeah, okay, we've lost tonight, and it was all looking good, but you can't. It's not an excuse, like you say, but you can't deny the fact that missing 3 players of that quality tonight, it really did hurt.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's without wanting to make excuses, you can't avoid the fact that having 3 guys out is sort of 3 key players out, 5 in total if you want to mention the players that were out. You take 3 guys out, it's going to hurt you. Added to which, we're not a team that can play with players missing, because we're training once a week. A team like Telford train 4 times a week. So the amount of ice time they get to what we get, and I think sometimes in games when we're short-handed and we're short of players, it's a big ask to expect the guys to be playing sort of flat out at that level for the whole time. Added to which, this is our 3rd week without training, and I think that's showing a little bit. We're kind of looking a little bit ragged, so we've not really had a chance to regroup and sit down and do things on the ice and practice things on the ice. Without wishing to complain about MK Ice, we have to play 3-on-3 there. It isn't somewhere where you can literally play with 5 guys on the ice. So, we have to be grateful for what we've got this year. I think guys worked hard. To be fair, I think they'd all say that they were better than the second 30-minute performance tonight.
I think definitely at the end of the day, I'm not going to say the scoreline flattered Telford, but that wasn't a 6-2 win. Really. Telford weren't 6-2 better than Lightning over the whole game. I don't think.
No, I think you're right. I thought they took their goals well. They work hard. They when we looked at the lineup, they had, I think there was 7 defenders, and I think it was 4 full lines, and but they worked it well. To be fair, they scored some good goals. They worked hard. It isn't their fault that we've got a short bench and we're not 100% fully fit. They can only beat what's put in front of them, and to be fair to them, to give them credit, they worked hard and they won the game. But I look at our team, and with a full team, I think we've got certainly the ability to play better than we played tonight.
Definitely, and this is the middle of a tough old period for Lightning, isn't it? Because we had obviously the Cup semi-final during midweek, obviously games last weekend. You're on the road up to Telford tomorrow, which is going to be another tough one, and then you're all the way up in Altrincham on Thursday for that Cup semi-final second leg. It's a tough old time, but this group of guys is one that can really, if any group of guys can pull together, this is one group, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be a tough game tomorrow. And then, not wishing to look too far ahead, but on Thursday we've got a cup semi-final, and the great thing about it, actually, in some ways, for us, going in there even-handed is probably a better way to approach the game mentally, because you're not sitting there having to protect a goal or protect a 2-goal lead, and I think if we could have gone in there 4 goals up, great, we'd have taken that, but actually going in there even-handed, that's fine.
Historically, going into a second leg defending the lead isn't the best Lightning trait in the world. So maybe level is the best way to look at it. Just look at it as a new fresh game, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it's one game. So all of a sudden, actually, that game becomes irrelevant. It's a 0-0 game. It's we're both teams equal. Manchester are a great team. They're not at the top of the table for no reason. They're a very good team. And so from our perspective, we can get a few bodies back, get ourselves up for that one over there, and we will be. Should be a cracking game, actually. Should be a really, really exciting game.
Good stuff. I want to move on now because obviously it's been all over the news about the weather the last couple of weeks, and obviously everybody feels for everybody that's been flooded and everything. Obviously hit home fairly locally in Aylesbury and Bedfordshire and Buckinghamshire the other day, but everybody down in the southwest, we obviously feel for those. But looking a bit close to home, the good news during the week or last week as well that even though we've had a lot of rain, the rink refurb appears to be on schedule.
Yeah, I mean, with any construction of that magnitude, what you've got various things that have to go on, and they've had hiccups. Absolutely, they've had hiccups. They've had some challenges. They've had some structural stuff that they hadn't anticipated, but generally, what they've had, they've sort of taken care of and worked with. And at the moment, things are looking very, very good. We're certainly very positive about it. Speaking to the developer, they're very happy with what's going on. The guys are working hard to get it done, and they've got some timescales, but at the moment, things are looking very, very good. So I don't want to tempt fate, but looking forward. It'd be great to get back. Can't wait to get back, to be absolutely honest. As much as, to be fair, the guys here at Coventry have been brilliant to us. Planet Ice as well. They've just been fantastic. Their staff and the people at head office. But actually, we'd like to get back in our own home in a Planet Ice rink back in Milton Keynes, and can't come too soon.
I know that you guys, hopefully in the next weeks or maybe the next month or so, are hoping to get down there and get a site visit with the developers and stuff like that. We talked before, there were some very, very subtle changes to the design, maybe the interior, a couple of little changes here and there. Is there going to be any availability at any point for people to be able to look at an internal design or anything like that? Yeah,
I mean, you can go to the planners and you can see all the internal documents and drawings. All I would say is that some of the internal specification changes and is changing, and there's some things that they're it's almost like work in progress. As they get to things, I think, well, perhaps we can do this, perhaps we should do that, and a lot of it's been very, very positive, but certainly plans are available. Plans are available from me as well if somebody wants to see plans. We've got plans that can be seen, but in terms of walking around the site, speaking to the developer, he said, there's not too much to see at the moment because they're doing all the structural stuff. But once it's a bit further down the road, my view is that kind of sort of March, probably April time would be a good time to have a look round, and perhaps we can do another interview then and give a bit more of an update. Yeah, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Well, Vito, I know it's been quite a tough interview tonight, a tough old evening, and a tough few days coming up for the guys. But they're up for the challenge. They'll want to get stuck in and put things right. And certainly on Thursday for the second leg of the Cup semi, they're going to be going all out to make it to that all important final, aren't they? Absolutely so. And I think whilst you can say that our performance wasn't the performance that we'd like, the one thing I would say about all the players, and I tell you what, I can't compliment our guys enough. They've been mentally. They've been absolutely brilliant, so positive in their approach, so determined to do well. And sometimes, you can't, it's very, very hard to be at the top of your game all the time. But having said that, they've been absolutely superb, and the atmosphere of the guys is brilliant. But we're coming to the business end of the season, the most enjoyable part, and so that's when you want to sort of step up and make sure you get the wins. That's brilliant. Well, Vito, thanks very much for your time. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. No problems. Thanks.
Well, many thanks to Vito for taking the time to chat to us, first of all about the game, and also keep us updated on the progression of the rink refurbishment as well. Okay, now let's go and check out the rest of last weekend's results and see what that does to Sunday night's EPL League table. So, as well as that Telford result, there was another full programme in the English Premier League on Saturday night. Basingstoke kept up their challenge at the top with a 3-2 win over Wildcats at home, whilst Manchester ran out 6-4 winners at the Spectrum against Guildford. Peterborough's torrid season continues as they went down 6-3 on the road at Sheffield, and Bracknell shut out Slough at the Hangar in another battle of Berkshire as Bees took that one 4-0. On to Sunday then, and Lightning showed their battling qualities as they travelled to Telford and brought back a point after penalties as Bracknell beat Bison at home 4-2. Manchester were beaten at home by Sheffield in another bruising encounter between the two sides, and Peterborough was soundly beaten 3-1 at home to Flames. Elsewhere, Swindon enjoyed a 3-2 home win against Slough Jets. Now let's have a look at the league table then, and it's Manchester and Basingstoke tied at the top on 58 points, with Flames just 3 points behind. Lightning occupy the same fourth position that they have nearly all season, but they're just 3 points short of third now with a game in hand. Telford have moved up to fifth, with Steel Dogs just a point behind them, with another point separating Swindon from Bracknell. Slough and Peterborough are now losing track of those playoff places, and they'll need to put a run of results together if they're going to make post-season. Mind you, there's still some way to go. So there you go, still all to play for in the league as the 8 teams vie for those top 8 playoff spots as we come towards the end of the season now. Don't forget, on Thursday tomorrow night, of course, is a massive game up in Altrincham as Phoenix host Lightning in the second leg of the Cup semi-final. It's all square after the first leg in Coventry last week, of course, 5 each, so it's all to play for, and we do wish the team all the very best of luck as they travel up there, and the supporters as well. If you're going up there, have yourself a very safe journey. If you're not going up there, I'm sure you'll be glued to the forums to see the updates on the score as they come in, of course. Now on Saturday night, if you can't make it to the Cup semi-final, of course, the visitors to the Skydome are Basingstoke Bison. Face-off is 7:30, doors open at 6:45, of course, and if you want to book yourself a place on the coach, all you need to do is email travel@mk-lightning.com. That's travel@mk-lightning.com. Failing that, of course, if you want any more information on Lightning in general, just go to the website www.mk-lightning.com. That's www.mk-lightning.com. Many thanks for watching. That's pretty much all we've got time for this week. We're not around next week, but we'll be back in a couple of weeks' time. Until then, stay safe and enjoy your hockey.